All right, breaking point. Those are the words the Customs and Border Protection Commissioner is using to describe the migrant situation at the border with Mexico right now. There has been such a crush of people to get into the United States that ports of entries are getting backed up. In fact, there are so many families seeking asylum in one area that reporters found what they estimated to be hundreds. Wait, what happened there? All right. Something just disappeared. Reporters found what they estimated to be hundreds of migrants being housed in an encampment under a bridge in El Paso, Texas. Now, it is in the parking lot of a Border Patrol station. One official says it's a place for migrants to wait before going to another facility to be processed. Customs and Border Patrol Commissioner Kevin McAleenan says the agency is taking reluctant steps to ease the overcrowding.
For the first time in over a decade, CBP is performing direct releases of migrants when ICE is unable to provide bed space to relieve overcrowding. We're going to be doing this on a risk basis. This is in a limited capacity. It's very reluctantly, but it represents a negative outcome for enforcement. It represents an increase in flows that will follow, and it impacts the morale of our team.
And I'm going to try his name a third time. It's McAleenan. He says that he expects apprehensions at the border to exceed 100,000 this month. Now, in March of last year, there were fewer than 50,000 people taken into custody, about 50,347 in March of 2018. In March of 2016, take a look at this, just under 17,000 apprehensions. The number of people being taken into custody has been creeping up since the fall. You can see this was December. Now you see this uptick all of a sudden all the way up to 76,000 last month. The zero tolerance policy of separating families at the border ended in June. Now, we should put this into context for you. The numbers may appear to be rising, but you should know the total number of people apprehended at the border has been declining now for almost 20 years, down from its second highest peak in the year 2000, when 1.6 million people were taken into custody. Joining me now is Democratic Congresswoman Veronica Escobar from Texas. She represents El Paso. Congresswoman, good to see you again. Thank you for being with us. You see these images of people under the bridge. The El Paso Times reports that West Texas has been seen the biggest growth along the border. What do you make of what is happening here?
So we have been sounding the alarm for months and months now that we were going to see increasing numbers of families and asylum seekers as the weather warmed up. Per the agency's own records, when the weather warms up, that's their peak period. So we've all known this was coming. You know, we have a secretary in place, Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen, whose role it is to provide leadership for the Department of Homeland Security. What we've seen instead of leadership and real solutions has been an implementation of Donald Trump's policies of cruelty, from family separation to metering to the migrant protection protocols policies. These policies by the Trump administration that have been executed by Secretary Nielsen have made a challenging situation far more difficult. They've made it worse.
It's difficult on two fronts, right? It's difficult from a policy perspective that you're discussing. It's difficult from our perspective covering this because we constantly are fact-checking her in the same way that we are fact-checking the president. We're not actually getting details. The president and the Department of Homeland Security don't seem to be working off the same numbers, and the Department of Homeland Security's numbers don't seem to reflect what's actually happening out there.
And the reality is, in the absence of any leadership from them and in the face of their incompetence, it's local communities like mine that have been having to pick up the slack, and that is absolutely unacceptable. It's our local NGOs, it's our local citizens, it's our local governments that have been having to open up their wallets because of the lack of leadership from the Department of Homeland Security. We need an immediate, humane solution to what is happening right now under the downtown port of entry and in that parking lot. We have 1,200 asylum seekers who are being caged off. Yeah. You've just shown the video. Half of those people are children. Yeah. That they are sleeping on the dirt. They are sleeping out in the open. This is absolutely absolutely inhumane and unacceptable. And it is up to the Department of Homeland Security to come up with a better solution. They are one of the best resourced agencies in all of the federal government. Tomorrow, I head home. I'm convening a meeting with the local community because, as per usual, in the absence of leadership from the White House or the Secretary, by the way, right now on your show, I am calling for the Secretary to resign. Her incompetence is hurting the community. It's hurting this country.
You are calling for Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen to resign because of her incompetence.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The community is having to come up with the resources and solutions that she is unwilling to or unable to come up with. That is unacceptable, Ali.
You had a conversation with Border Commissioner McAleenan about McAleenan. Thank you. I'm really going to get his name right. About a proposed central processing center, a warehouse type of facility that could be open for a few months in El Paso. I know there are businesses worried about having this sort of a thing in the center. Tell me what you think about it.
So we need that central processing center. There is absolutely no doubt. And the design and the vision for it is for it to be a far more humane way to process families that are arriving at our front door. That processing center won't be ready and open for 6 to 12 months. So what that means is that's a midterm solution. In the short term, as of today, right now, we need DHS to come up with a humane way to process these families. They should not be under a bridge. They should not be out in the open, out in the elements. It shouldn't be up to the community to solve this problem. This is a DHS challenge. And again, Ali, I want to say this is a significant challenge for our country. Yep. But it could have been met with great strategy, with a thoughtful approach, and with humanity. But because of the way that this administration has chosen to engage and chosen to address this challenge, a challenge has become chaos.
Congresswoman Veronica Escobar calling for the resignation of Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen now for her incompetence. Hey, MSNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there and click on any of the videos here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more MSNBC for free every day with our newsletters. Just visit msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up now.